The Nike company revolutionized athletic shoes by introducing a new sole that was lighter, tougher, and grabbed better than anything before. We've always heard that Nike began with Phil Knight selling shoes out of the trunk of his car in Eugene. But would it be more accurate to say that the company actually began across the interstate in neighboring Springfield? It certainly has been suggested.
The story I've heard is that Bill Bowerman had been doing some work in developing the soles at his home, and his wife at some point decided that her kitchen table wasn't the best manufacturing spot for this to take place, and she suggested, perhaps rather strongly, that he might move it to somewhere else.
The story goes on that Nike co-founder Bill Bowerman moved his research to an abandoned carpentry shop at the Booth Kelly mill site in Springfield. People swore they'd heard this from Bowerman himself, but there was no official record of it. Bowerman died in 1999, and statements from Nike made the story sound very shaky at best.
We heard back from some of the Nike senior management folks that that's not true. That's not where the birthplace of Nike took place. And so, whether it's true or not, I don't know.
With Nike denying it, the story began to sound like a tall tale, except for one thing. Bill Bowerman's wife is still alive and living in eastern Oregon, and Barbara Bowerman remembers everything.
It was not very practical to keep pouring it into the waffle iron, and he had a very good friend who worked with Booth Kelly in Springfield who said, I can make you on my press any kind of a pattern you want to.
So now we can place Bill Bowerman at the Booth Kelly site, but now we need to know something else. Did anything important happen there?
The first sole he made was a waffle pattern, but it was perfected as he worked with the man in the press at Booth Kelly. They perfected the size of those little squares of waffles. So yes, this was the beginning of the waffle sole series.
This is the original concrete floor and foundation of the building where Bill Bowerman first perfected the Nike waffle sole. And when you think about it, it wasn't the shoelaces, it wasn't the uppers, it wasn't even the swoosh that made Nike the company it is. It was the sole, the distinctive waffle sole, and that sole was made here in this building in Springfield, Oregon. Springfield is a place where people work hard, but they don't generally draw attention to themselves. And there's no public relations department at City Hall.
We haven't really focused too much on celebratory things. We tend to be more working on just the practical aspects of what's happening in the next few months, what's happening in the next few years.
But residents of this city can now say that they did play a big role in the formation of Nike Athletics, one of the largest companies on earth. And they can say it as loud as they want.
I don't know if we should put a plaque out here. I'd like to have something like that.
In Springfield, our town, Al Peterson, 9 News.